며느리가 더 등을 잘 미나 비교 분석해 보세요. 아마 막내 며느리걸요? 제 손은요.
Nasdaq Composite lost 4.6%. The S&P 500 index lost another 2 percentage points.
What do you mean we meet again? Once I was selling. Oh, no.
When did you discover the aircraft was missing? Following morning, sir.
Oscar the light-headed pumpkin had a very shiny nose and...
Neighbors at Manticore gave you the perfect body. They gave me the perfect blood.
Jesus went out of his way.
Hey guys!
Out of his way.
Hey, this is my friend from work I was telling you about. This is Kurt.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So, he's a really big Raiders fan.
Yeah, I'm from Oakland.
So, is the game on yet?
Cancelled.
Help your feet maintain alignment of the body.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do that. Shoes are just box.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do? You want to watch a video or something?
Yeah, sure. What do you guys want to see?
Star Wars.
Anyway, you super freak. You're a real bonehead. You know that?
What?
Star Wars.
What's Star Wars?
In the year 1977, on the 25th of May, came a film from our George Lucas that we still revere today. Drawn from myths and ancient legends, with effects the best yet made. It showed us droids and Wookiees, and was well worth the $4 we paid.
Young Luke Skywalker and Captain Solo with Jedi Obi-Wan saved a princess and blew up the Death Star.
Although Ben dueled with Darth and was gone, then the evil Sith Lord Darth Vader wound up spinning off in space. And we all came out humming John Williams, and these words were every place. May the Force be with you in a galaxy far, far away. Raise lightsabers to Lucas, for the Jedi are here to stay. Now for 16 months it was playing, and it wasn't long after it closed that Glenn Larson delivered a silence, and on TV they stood unopposed. But in 2 more months, George Lucas brought some Star Wars to our sets in the form of the Christmas special, and we haven't recovered just yet. Life Day? Luckily, that pain was short-lived, for in 80 the Empire struck back, while we all fell in love with Yoda.
Lando proved that some spacemen are black.
And we all held our breaths as Vader told Luke something that made us think twice. And we knew this was truly a saga, for they left poor Han Solo on ice. May the Force be with you everywhere across this mighty land. Raise lightsabers to Lucas, even Luke with his robotic hand. But don't count Solo out like that. He grabbed a bullwhip and a hat and found the R2-6, and although there were droids carved on the wall, Raiders got us through the lean years, as did Spielberg's next E.T.
But we craved Revenge of the Jedi, titled Episode 6,
not 3. Then they changed that that revenge to a return, and the old poster shot up in price. Then in May '83, Jedi opened, though some fans said things not very nice. For those fans really hated the Ewoks with their fur and their fixed glassy eyes. But the crowd just went wild when Darth Vader gave the Emperor one huge surprise. And the film got a standing ovation, for we now had a grand trilogy. And George Lucas had promised 9 more films, though he'd switch that to 6 and to 3. May the Force be with you. For the trilogy, let's give 3 cheers. Raise lightsabers to Lucas, who knew he'd make us wait 16 years. Then Lucas came back to TV with movies you needed to see about the Ewoks, but their plots were crucial to the saga. Not! But the trip to TV wasn't over, for the Ewoks came back in cartoons, as did 3PO and R2-D2, and then George left them all in the dunes. For his focus was on Indiana, with a 3rd movie and more TV. But he paid one more tribute to Star Wars with a ride you could feel, well, a scene. Yes, we rode the Star Speeder 3000 on a tour through the whole galaxy. But the dark times were truly upon us, for the films had become memories. And then Timothy Zahn wrote 3 novels, and the fans read them so greedily. There's no counting how many books followed. They write new ones exponentially. Was not far away. Now George had part of that work, you see, advancing film technology. He built his ranch, his power grew. No one could tell him what to do. The first new sign of hope came mid-90s, as a new line of toys was released. Now each character looked pumped with steroids, but collectors still found them a feast. 20 years after Star Wars had opened, it returned to the theaters once more. But it had new effects for the 90s, and some scenes off the cutting room floor. Like the scene between Jabba and Solo. Jabba now was a digital hut, and George ruined the whole scene with Greedo, making Greedo shoot first. We said, what? Then the special editions of Empire and Return of the Jedi were served, and new shots and new music by Williams gave the saga the end it deserved. May the Force be with you. At last work on new films was begun. Raise lightsabers to Lucas as we headed for episode 1. For 6 long weeks, fans stood in line, the movie event of all time. And though we worked to get those ticks, the truth is that reviews were mixed. We now got the saga's beginnings, back when Vader was only a child. But to say that the Gungan named Jar Jar was despised would be putting it mildly. Still, when Obi-Wan and Jedi Qui-Gon had a duel to the death with Darth Maul, there were few who could hold back from cheering at the best lightsaber duel of them all. 3 more long years we've been bunch of clones to attack. And to those who said Lucas was finished, well, it's his empire now that strikes back. For McGregor's transforming to Guinness, and our Anakin's Vadering fast. And the Mace Windu's water-rocking Jedi. It's for Yoda who really kicks ass. May the Force be with you. Yes, the saga's back where it should be. Raise lightsabers to Lucas, 'cause we can't wait for episode 3. Yes, may the Force be with you in a galaxy far, far away. Raise lightsabers to Lucas. Yes, all lightsabers to Lucas. Let's give 3 cheers for Lucas, 'cause Star Wars is here to stay.
Star Wars! Of course, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I was thinking you were talking about Star
Trek?
What?
Okay, you gotta feel that.
Star Trek.
Your face has never felt.
What's Star Trek?
After 5 TV shows, 6 counting animation, 6 films of Kirk's friends and 4 from Next Generation. Last show, Enterprise has been put to bed in Star Trek. Finally
Ken? Ken?
No, Star Wars. Star Trek. Star Trek. I know Star Trek. Yeah, I know Star Trek. I know you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Stargate.
Stargate?
Starman?
Starman?
No. No, it's not Starman.
Star Crash!
Starman. No, not Star Crash. Star Search. What? So what's been going on with the Star Wars films?
Well, more books and toys kept up the trend, but things were coming to an end. 'Twas sort of painfully sublime to wait 3 years for one last time. After Clone Star Wars fans all debated where the prequels had gone right and wrong. And once more Lucas came back to TV, but for cartoons just 3 minutes long. And at long last the trilogy classics came out on DVD, oh what luck. But old Obi-Wan's ghost stood in Jedi with a young Anakin. What the f***? As Revenge of the Sith was approaching, fans stood 6 weeks outside the Chinese. But instead the film went to the ArcLight. Still those fans stayed, though everyone teased. And as Anakin fell to the dark side, all the grief and excitement we shared. But George tells us it's not really over. There'll be TV shows. Why are we scared? May the Force be with you. The first 6 episodes are divine. Raise lightsabers to Lucas, 'cause we're praying for 7 through 9. Yes, may the Force be with you. All detractors are weak-minded fools. Raise lightsabers to Lucas. Yes, all lightsabers to Lucas. Please make more films.
believe it's all over. What are we gonna do now?
Well, we could always watch Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings? What's the...
Don't!
May the force be with you. The first 6 episodes